So, of course, we are on an amazing tour, and I don't know if you know each other.
Yeah,
for a long time.
Yeah, we've seen each other around for a few decades.
Few decades, yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, totally.
So, how do you feel?
Feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
you know,
always.
it's got the pre-show we're on in an hour, so I start getting into like a little weird zone of getting ready to go on stage. But you know, very good.
Let's go to the roots, of course. The background, the roots of each other. Do you remember maybe Exodus playing, or did you go to that show or something like
Yes,
this? And,
of course. That's how we started. I mean, to be honest, Exodus was one of our main influences when we first started playing and kind of evolving our music into more of a thrash, faster, heavier sound. Like when we first started, we were playing more kind of just, well, you know, Sabbath and Maiden and Scorpions and the original new wave of British heavy metal. And then we heard Exodus, really, and then it was like, oh shit. And then we kicked it up a gear, and then we saw Metallica shortly thereafter, and then that was it.
Yeah,
but definitely Exodus was quite instrumental in our fast, aggressive sound.
These guys were playing shows with us, and I think they were like 16 years old and shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
Like-
We opened for you guys at the Stone one time, and that was like the first time we played with you guys, and we were fucking excited. I had that flyer on my wall for a long time.
Yeah, I have all those old flyers too.
Killer.
I've kept all that kind of stuff.
so how were the kids?
They were awesome. These kids were amazing. Andy was the youngest of all of them, I think.
Yes, he was.
And
Like,
he was just back there pounding, and he was like, you know, barely older than my youngest daughter is now.
totally.
And
Okay.
he was rocking.
So, where do come from your way of playing? Because you at the beginning you played, of course, a lot of acoustic guitar. So you talk about the Black Sabbath, Exodus influences, but where does it come from, the acoustic guitar, which was maybe at that time?
Well, the acoustic guitar, I just started playing guitar on an acoustic guitar because there was just an
yeah.
acoustic at my house. And my dad didn't even play. I don't even know why that acoustic was at the house, but luckily it was because I just started playing that.
Yeah.
Then I've played electric guitar, but I think probably because I played acoustic to begin with, my fingers were kind of used to that. And playing that, I always like jamming on acoustic. It's just a different feel, totally. But and then we've always incorporated in our music because all the music we listen to and I love to listen to always included acoustic. Everything from Zeppelin to Sabbath, and they're used in a kind of dark way or a cool way to like have a contrast between the heavy sound and then the kind of not as heavy sound, right?
Now, I'm always amazed nowadays at how many guitar players I meet, and they say they have zero acoustic skills. You know, I've been playing acoustic my whole life. You know, like, you know, just grew up learning Skynyrd songs, and Blackfoot stuff, Diary of a Working Man. You know,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know, so finger picking's it's just always been natural to me. You know.
So, of course, you are both playing guitar and very creative in your band, which is very interesting between both bands, Death Angel and Exodus, of course. Especially in the beginnings, the common point is, of course, Kirk Hammett, because Kirk Hammett from Metallica, he produced your first Kill As One LP.
Well, it was the demo that got us signed. Actually, we actually did a demo before that, but it was totally Mark wasn't even our singer at that time, so we didn't even sound the same. But yeah,
And of course, Kirk Hammett played in Exodus and created the band at that time.
Him and Tom, yeah.
Yeah?
Exactly.
So, do you have news from him, or
I haven't seen Kirk in a long time though. But on the first day of this tour, Mark said to me and Tom that Kirk said, because Mark talks to him a lot and stuff. But we live in different worlds.
say that this tour, especially with Creator, of course, can we say that it's a little four compared to the big four? Was it created in the idea of?
How about the not as big four?
Yeah,
instead of little?
the not quite gargantuan but still relevant and killer four. How about the drunken two?
Oh man, that's pretty much what's going on sometimes after the show. But
yeah, there's a
it's
lot of
fucking killer,
partying
man.
going on between these guys and us. It's just out of hand.
Of course, you are creating music every day. You are playing, of course, guitar every day. What are the best ingredients? I would say, if you were cooking music, thrash metal, what are the best ingredients to put in a thrash metal song?
Like about a cup of discharge, a couple of tablespoons of Merciful Fate, a pinch or two of Venom, and then you like stir in like a couple of cups of new wave of British heavy metal, and then you spice that shit up with some Motorhead.
Fuck yeah.
And
Exactly
then you throw in some Jägermeister and some methamphetamine, and then you got thrash metal.
Do you agree?
That's exactly it. And of course, you on top of all that, you throw in all the fucking angst and frustration and every fucking thing that's built up inside you, and just fucking put all that in there and just
two heaping tablespoons of angst and anger and bitterness.
So you're still feeling
Well, that's why we're like smiling and laughing and funny when we're not on stage, because then when you're on stage, you can just put all that shit out there and get that shit out in a productive way.
Mm-hmm.
Therapy.
It's total therapy. Mark would say sometimes that if we were playing some like very nice and positive and relaxing music, he'd probably go home and beat the kids and fucking be a fucking asshole. On stage, you're just doing all your nice stuff. So in the reverse, we get all our fucking shit out on the stage and in music. Then we could just be kind of, happy guys.
Totally.
Do you beat your children?
No, my children beat me.
Which I like in the thrash metal style, Of course, in the guitar are the solos, because it's maybe the only music now in metal that still solos, and of course, in every album you use solos. So
It's part of the sound of hell yeah. It's gotta be.
I've written one song in my life without a solo that I can think of.
Is there a song that has no solo?
Shovel-Headed Kill Machine, the title track.
Wow.
But it's like 2.5 minutes long of just fury, and it's tagged on the end of
just hardcore.
tagged on the end of 44 Magnum Opus, which is just a shred fest. So that's the only like song, to my knowledge, that we've ever written that it's a song, has its own title, and doesn't have a guitar solo.
Whoa, you
But
even do have one.
It's 2.5 minutes long though. The song.
Okay, that passes.
Yeah.
This is hardcore, pure hardcore, in fact. Yeah.
It's just insane, about pure 220 beats per minute. A breakdown in the middle.
And in the music, of course, in the last album, Relentless Retribution of Death Angel, the producer did a solo, Jason Sukoff,
Yeah.
on the song Truth.
Truce, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's impossible to recreate for me. So we just
Is it one of those?
Yeah, it's totally. So in total respect to Jason, we just leave the section blank and just play the rhythm. He was asking me about it the other day. He's like, "How's the solo coming along?" Because what happens is if we trade off. He goes, then I go, then he goes, then it's a harmony at the end. So we leave his blank. I play mine. There's a blank section. Then me and Ted do the harmony at the end. But the part where he plays is just no way. That guy's just got his own style and he's fucking shredding through it.
So, what are you have put each other a new album this year?
Yes.
Exhibit.
Exhibit B, The Human Condition, came out in May.
Yeah.
Late May, yeah.
Of course, on the same label, Nuclear Blast, and of course, Relentless Retribution for Death Angel. How are the feedbacks of each album?
Good.
Very good.
Very good.
Some of the best reviews I've ever read in my life.
Really?
Awesome, yeah. I mean, Exodus is one of those bands, you either get it and you love it, or you're like some old school 16-year-old who wasn't born when we created it and thinks we're too progressive and not like old school enough, you know. But you know, the reviews have been fantastic, and you know, each album we've done since Temple of Damned has sold more than the last, you know. So you know, it's doing really well. I'm pleased.
It's awesome. And exactly, it's the same thing happened with us. Every album since The Art of Dying and then Killing Season, now this album has outsold the last one. So that's fucking great news for both of us, for the genre.
You don't want to put an album out and go, wow, so what happened? This one didn't sell as well as the last. You want to, like, you know, improve, and you know, each album, you know, just keeps getting stronger and stronger.
Hopefully that's saying something for the entire scene of thrash and the genre too. Maybe, you know, more people are checking it out, buying records, and there you go. Good.
So you have understood that the older you are, the faster you play.
I know, and that makes no sense at all. What the hell am I doing?
Last question. Where will you be in 20 years?
20 years? Hell, you know, I didn't know where I'd be 20 years ago. You know, how can I answer that question? You know, 20 years, you know, I'll be 66 years old. Am I going to be playing this fast at 66? If I am, I should get some kind of award. Because that shit shouldn't be possible. But, you know, I'll keep going hard as long as I can, you know?
All right.
Pretty much all you can do when you're doing music. You're a musician for life. You know who like stops playing music. You're playing your whole life, and all right, this is it. I don't play music anymore. You never hear that shit. Musicians just go until they can't go anymore.
Yeah.
And then still you go.
Yeah.
But hopefully we won't be playing smaller venues in 20 years from now. That'd be pretty brutal.
That would suck.
Okay, thank you guys for your precious time.
Yeah, thank you.
Of
My
course,
pleasure.
please set the stage afire tonight.
I'll do my best.
All right, you too? You promise?
We've got the gasoline.
All right. Thank you. Merry Christmas, of course. And
Satanic holidays.
thank you.